Hey everybody, it's me, Eric Comley, Garrard County 4-H Youth Development Agent, and this is another edition of On the Ground. I am still at Dupree Nature Preserve in Garrard County. We're out on Polly's Bend here in, I guess what would be northern Garrard County, right along the Palisades. So really just a spectacular area. And the reason I wanted to come out here is because I know that there are going to be things here that are just too good to pass up. And one of them is a really unique flower that we're going to look at today, which is this one right here, and you can see it. And let me see if I can reposition the camera. Let me get you a real quick look at it, kind of examine that, and then let me see if I can sit you back down in my makeshift tripod here. Okay, so this is purple passion flower. It's also called maypop. It's also called passion vine. It's in the family Passifloraceae, and scientific name for this one is Passiflora incarnata. So let's talk a little bit about the etymology. Number one, the genus comes from a Latin combination, passios, which means is the root of passion, and then flos or flora means is the root of flower, so passion flower. And then incarnata actually means flesh colored. So you can see now this flower does have some Christian religious symbology to it, and so I'll let you all do more research on that if you're interested in the Christian symbology of the flower. So just to tell you a little bit about the flower, it is a vine. This is pretty typical habitat. I'm actually kind of on the side of the road here, on the side of the gravel drive that's coming into the preserve, and stopped and saw this one. But it is a vine, it grows, and it usually has either 3 lobes on its leaves like this, or we actually have one down here that has 4 lobes, and they can go somewhere between 3 and 5 lobes. It does have these tendrils that grow on it, and this is how it attaches and climbs. So it does have that vining feature like that, and it does produce fruit. I don't know if you all can see these right here, but these are, this is what people call maypops. And as they age, they'll get yellow, and then that's when they're actually ripe, and you can eat them, or you can make jams or jellies or things like that out of them. So, so it is an edible plant. You know, it's one of those that, you know, if you find it, and they're kind of egg-shaped, but you'd better know what you're looking at, okay? So I always, unless you're just in an absolute situation where you need something to eat, I always strongly discourage that you take things out of nature just to eat them just because. And that's primarily because, you know, this is a source of food for wildlife, and for the most part, and I say for the most part, not all of us are in a situation where we need to take things out of nature, you know, unless we're doing it in a responsible fashion to make sure that we have something to eat. Okay, we generally have access to food in other ways, shapes, or forms. So it loves this kind of full sunlight. It's not, you know, it doesn't require really pristine habitat or anything like that. So just a really kind of unique, beautiful flower, and I'll talk about the flower here in just a second. So historically, it did have some medicinal uses. It was actually used historically for anxiety. It was used for insomnia. It was used for hypertension. And at one point, the FDA actually had approved this as a sleep aid or a sedative. But then in 1978, they actually reversed that because there wasn't enough proof that it was doing exactly what people thought it was supposed to do. And so they reversed that decision. Now, I believe that people still do use passion flower for a number of things, medicinal uses, but I don't, I think that there are some that are medically proven, but I'm not sure that, or more modern medicine, but I'm not sure of what those are right now, and I don't want to give you all some information I'm not totally certain about, okay? This is the Tennessee state flower, and if you have heard of the Ocoee River in Ocoee, Tennessee, Ocoee is actually, from what I have read and researched, it's the Cherokee word for passion flower, okay? So just a little bit of trivia there for you to just pass around at parties, which I know that you're just, whenever you go to a party, you're just constantly talking about wildflowers and where the scientific names and the common names and those kinds of things, and its connection to Native American history, but maybe you are. So as far as the range of this plant is concerned, it is from as far west as like Texas up to like Illinois, and then Illinois is kind of the northernmost area until you get over more towards Pennsylvania, all the way down into Florida. So a portion of the Midwest into the south there, following the Atlantic states. So it does have a pretty wide distribution, namely east of the Mississippi, but you do get Texas squeezed in there as well. So a couple of other things about the plant. So I want to point out it does bloom in July, and so this is the pretty typical time to find it. We do have two native species in Kentucky. We have this one, which is Passiflora incarnata, like I said, and then we also have yellow passionflower with that, which I think is Passiflora lutea, I believe. And but I'll check that. But anyway, the flower is the unique part of it. So of course it has these what you see here, you see these green sections that are here. These are the sepals, and then you see these white sections that are here. These are the petals, and then all of that purpley looking fringe that's actually around it there, that is actually, those are called filaments. Okay. And then if you look, you see this three-pronged structure that's right here at the top, okay? That is the stigma. And then underneath it, you'll see that there are 5 anthers that are hinged, okay? And they actually will move on that. This flower is visited quite a bit by bumblebees and other plants. I know it's a host of, I think, a few, maybe some of the fritillary butterflies, maybe a host to actually some of those butterflies and their eggs and caterpillars. So, but you might want to look that up as well. But anyway, just one of the most unique flowers that you'll ever see. And I'm definitely going to put some still images up of this one, because I think that without seeing it really close and examining the flower, you don't understand the detail and really the preciseness of each of these little pieces and parts of this flower. So once again, I encourage you to get out, find these things, look at these things. I hope that you're using these maybe as a video field guide. If you haven't ever seen these, you know, this is an opportunity for you to see it. And what I find a lot of times with wildflowers is that if I see it once, then it if I'm in the woods, or if I'm walking, taking a hike or whatever, then something breaks a pattern and I can pick it out a lot easier. And this is one that would definitely be easier to pick out than anything, especially with these beautiful colors and this very unique flower. So anyway, I'm going to let you go and enjoy this day. And it's going to be a hot one, so you know, make sure that you drink plenty of water and take all the supplies that you need. If you're going to take a hike, let people know where you're going, and enjoy the day. So this is Eric Comley, Garrard County 4-H Youth Development Agent. If you need to contact me, please contact me at Eric, ERIC.Comley, COMLEY @uky.edu. Or you can also follow me on the Garrard County 4-H Facebook page, and I will be putting the video up on YouTube as well. So once again, contact me if you have any questions. I hope you're enjoying the segment still, but this is Eric Comley, Garrard County 4-H Youth Development Agent, and this is On the Ground. Thank you very much.